What's happening with it, YouTube? It's Whiteboy Radio, and we're back with another one. All right, so on this video, what I'd like to explain to you is Chris McDonough, before he got involved in the gaslighting, in the little leadership role of messing with the Wells family, instead of all his little tactics that he's played with the Wells family, whether it's reaching out to that family's distant family members, whether it's him getting together with other content creators to carry his narrative, whatever it is. Well before that, he also was doing the same type of shenanigans in a different case, and a case that I was personally invested into, as well as my wife. A case that I tried to bring justice to this family and personally know this family. I text them all the time, and before this video, I texted them to let them know what I discovered. So by the time you watch this, I may or may not have went live and broke down the interview room. Isn't that the irony? The interview room's interrogation of a minor when he played police tactics on a minor, who later doubled down and said that he did not do that. He was dropped from a lawsuit, which we all know. Web Sleuth, the owner of Web Sleuth, came on my panel and cleared that up as far as he was added back onto the lawsuit. But what I did is I was doing some research preparing for this live where I'm going to show you the interrogation of the minors and your favorite YouTuber. But as I was doing the research, I came across a channel called @JustLarry. It's a true crime channel. This guy is a former politician of New York. He doesn't like bullies, and he doesn't like people who abuse power. That's his main things. It sounds like somebody that we know, doesn't it? Okay. Only difference between me and him is I believe if I've only heard a few of his podcasts. I think he's kind of like progressive, and no judgment at all. Okay. No judgment. I think he's a good dude. However, he also was a fan at one point of the interview room. And this guy brings a great point up, which I was able to validate through the Petito family. As you see on the screen now, I'll put it up, is a screenshot of Chris McDonough. And what does it say? It says, this is him. He got into an online little back and forth with somebody, okay? He got into an online back and forth, and it was about, he was trying to say that Brian Laundrie was the owner of this Twitter handle, this Twitter account, and the owner of the Twitter account then was going back and forth with Chris McDonough saying, I'm not Brian Laundrie. Like, what kind of former FBI or what kind of former detective are you? Like, how dumb are you? And Chris McDonough was going back and forth with this guy to the point where he did a community post, which I put on the screen, and he says, never underestimate experience. Video coming out, put your seatbelts on. And below it says, Nomadic Trek. Nomadic Trek, okay, is the Twitter account that he thought was Brian Laundrie. Okay, and then you could read it. The problem is what he meant to do was, I've said this so long ago, and I've been saying this a lot. Matter of fact, last month I posted Gabby's channel. It's called Nomadic Static. That's her YouTube channel. She always wanted to be a YouTuber, not Nomadic Trek. So this terrific sleuth that everybody worships found a Twitter account called Nomadic Trek and signed, sealed, and delivered that it was Brian Laundrie. Well, here's the cold hard facts. I sent the video that @JustLarry did, stating everything that I said to Gabby's family to let them know about this. And I also followed up with two questions. I said, correct me if I'm wrong, but did Gabby and Brian ever have a Twitter? No. Neither one of them had a Twitter, and they were a couple. Okay, doesn't take a rocket scientist. If the girl has, this social media, the boyfriend has it, vice versa. Neither one of them had a Twitter. They both had a Facebook. They both had an Insta. Gabby had a YouTube, which she would do with Brian. A lot of the videos that you see before her death that were on her channel. Okay, but this moron thought that he had Brian Laundrie red-handed. This and people, I'm talking about a time frame where this guy is not found yet. The FBI was not even down here in Northport yet. He thought that Brian Laundrie, one of the most wanted man in the world, Dog the Bounty Hunter came down here from California to try to find him, would stop and do a Twitter post, just giving some hints, if you will. This guy's a complete scumbag. So yes, I did contact the Petito family, just to confirm it. I will include Just Larry in the description box. I don't know this guy's posts anymore, but Just Larry also went and took a deep dive on the case involving the minors that this man has tried so hard to get out of. Just like this post where he says, "Put your seatbelts on, gonna be a big one tonight." What big one? Neither one of them had a Twitter. You had the wrong guy, but your ego pushed you to push your audience that you had a big thing going on. Same way that you did when you tried to get out of this lawsuit. This guy is a real piece of work. And what I've noticed when talking with Don and Candace is a lot of things with the Wells and Chris McDonough. That guy is a complete scumbag. I'm not going to break any trust between me and the family and repeat things that I gave my word I wouldn't. What I'm telling you, the audience, is this: that guy jumped through hoops, man, to get info from family that they don't even know. He was willing to pay people. And you saw how he acted when he went over there and recorded and stuff. He's a complete shitbag. And then what I noticed is all these other YouTubers in true crime, what they like to do is he's like an idol to them. They want to be him because they're doing true crime. And when you're talking about true crime, you're talking about cases, law, and police are looked up to. These people look up to this guy and just follow his every little word. It's comical to me because before Don came on my live the other night, he jumped in the lab's chat and he was like, "Hey, meet me over there at White Boy Radio's channel at 7, be there, be square." And who happened to be on the panel? Josh and Chris. Okay. Chris immediately resorted to, "I don't want to go on a criminals panel." I couldn't have been more happy when he said that. Okay. I don't like corrupt police. I don't like anybody that hurts minors, especially somebody who took an oath to their community to serve them. Okay. He also alienated his own audience by saying that. I know because I answer the comments to you guys. I know about the addiction issues in my comments. I know about the incarceration issues in my comments. Okay. If you look at the data, 1 in 6 families have incarceration issues. So by him doing the same thing that he did when he really thought he had a Twitter post, his ego, he alienates his own audience. I don't care about Josh the Lab. To me, that dude is he is a nobody. Without Summer Wells or a hashtag Summer Wells or Don Wells, his channel would suck. It'd be nowhere. If you look at the social media, Social Blade or one of these websites that track your social media performance, his channel has gone nowhere. He needs this, and the lead comes from Chris McDonough. So I'm unfortunate that he would say something like that when Don went in there, because they're not man enough to come on the panel. But I'm going to use this opportunity to just break down all of his bullshit. Okay, I noticed there's a really cult-like minion following when it comes to Chris McDonough. You could have the owner of one of the most respected websites come up on panel and tell you that he was re-added to a lawsuit because people don't do their own homework and don't look. They'll believe his video saying how he's not in it. I wonder I wonder how many of the minions are going to watch this video that attended that one they should put their seatbelts on for. So yeah, Petito family was notified, and they keep a watch on this here. I don't talk too much about the Petitos and my communication with them. Unfortunately, I'm not going to do a screenshot because look, I respect their privacy, man. It's not all about clout, but they kept an eye on all of us that were out there protesting and stuff, trying to bring justice for Gabby. And I could tell you this, man, and I said this before, they do not like the tragedy pimps. And it's not, I'm not saying that because it makes me and Noel on an upper thing from them or anything. What I'm telling you is they did like those people. Okay? They appreciate everything that they put in and the time was spent out there. Okay? But they did not know about any yellow cups. And then when they went to Tennessee on the Summer Wells case, they saw true colors. They're not for getting anyone fired. They're not for any of that. And they saw what it was. And that's why I say that. It didn't come like that. But a lot of people cover these cases. As a YouTuber, you have to have responsibility on what you say. Yes, we can make parodies and laugh. Yes, we can clown and joke. Yes. But when we're talking about people's families that are grieving, and the people involved in these cases, the information you put out, it better be dead on. You can talk about a conspiracy that what you think that what's going on with the case isn't solved. That's a whole different ballgame. But people involved in the cases, their social media accounts, come on, you can't flunk that. You can't miss that. And then to double back down on it and say, put your seatbelts on. Complete bullshit, people. Call it for what it is. A spade's a spade. This guy's a scumbag. And I'm very fortunate that he did call me a criminal. I'm very fortunate that he won't call on a criminals panel, because I'll rather just do this right here. I'd rather you sit over there looking like you're Mr. Perfect, and I'd just pick apart all your mishappenings. Let's see who wins. Until the next one, man, be careful who you trust on this internet shit. Blind loyalty when it comes to YouTube. Be careful, man. Choose wisely. If you can stand it, the members below. And if you can't stand it, the like is free. Until the next one.